Hey team, here we are. We're gonna make some chicken salad today. As part of our all the bound salads we were making between last week and this week. Um, Main difference between other bound salads and this bound salad that we're gonna make today is that our main ingredient is protein, which is chicken. Um, I've been poaching my chicken here, which is key to this recipe. Okay, you received 1 cup of chicken stock and your 2 chicken breasts, and I basically put the cup of chicken stock here with my 2 chicken breasts, some salt. I crushed a couple of cloves of garlic, added them in there, and then I added enough water to cover the chicken. And throughout the cooking process, I've been adding water a little bit at a time, just to make sure that the chicken stays covered. I just temp my chicken and it's to 165 degrees, and so we're gonna let that rest right now, and place it in the refrigerator. We don't have to cool it until it's cold. We have to just cool it until it's room temperature, but we cool it down in the refrigerator. So I have a plate here where I'll take my chicken out and put a little tiny bit of the liquid in there and just place it in my fridge and let it cool down until it comes to at least room temperature. So wait until you get to at least 60 degrees before you decide to cut it. Reasons why we do that is because we want to make sure that we don't lose any of the moisture that the chicken has. If you cut it right away, it'll dry out fairly quickly. And we also don't want to mix any salads with hot items and cold items, because it will take it to the danger zone, and then we will most likely have a salad that will go bad fairly quickly. Okay, while the chicken was poaching, I cut all my ingredients. I have grapes. I slice the green ones and half the red ones. You don't have to do that. You cut them however you want. I have some pecans right here. We don't have to do anything to those. I decided to add a shallot to this, so I took a shallot and I Bernois it. And then for my herbs, I have tarragon, chervil, marjoram, and oregano. And they're all in your baggie. Know that main differences between marjoram and oregano, because they look fairly the same, but the marjoram has smaller leaves, and the flavor on the oregano is much smokier than the one on marjoram. And then tarragon should look like this guy right here, and then your chervil looks like baby parsley. Okay. I also have my mayonnaise. I have it in the bowl behind me, and we're just getting ready here. But first, we have to let cool down the chicken. But this is the first part of your chicken salad, so just make sure that your chicken just stays nice and steaming, and just poach it so you don't have dry or shredded like looking chicken. Know that you can easily dry chicken even if you're cooking it in a wet cooking method by just simply boiling it too much or too long. So you have to take care of it and cook it a little bit slower. Okay. Also, there's plenty of salt in here. So the broth, I tasted the broth before I continue cooking, and the broth was flavorful. So plenty of salt there. Make sure that you have enough salt in there for the broth and the chicken. All right, so I'll see you in a little bit when my chicken cools down, and then we'll put together this chicken salad. Hey guys, welcome back to the chicken salad. My chicken is already at room temperature. As you saw just now, I butterflied this guy, and now I'm just trying to cube it to about a large dice, and we're just trying to get a decent size there, but we're not looking for anything too tiny, but also nothing too big. And the idea is that we can get multiple pieces in a fork or a spoon when we're eating it, right? So I'm just gonna cut about 3/4 inch dice here, and I'm making sure that I'm not really ripping through the chicken, so I have some nice straight cuts, and that way we don't end up with something that looks ripped up or it looks like it's been mishandled. All right, so we should end up with some nice straight cuts like so when you cut your chicken. Okay, so I have my chicken ready. I have a bowl right here with mayonnaise, and we're gonna get started. So first things first, let's take our chicken and put it in our bowl. They're set right there. And then we're gonna add our pecans. You can add them all, you can add half of them. I think about 3/4 of what we gave you is good enough right there. I have my grapes, these are coming in, and my shallots. And then my herbs. And they should be pretty herby, although by now you probably tasted all your herbs and you're like, oh, these herbs are really strong. Know that they'll help balance in between the sweetness of the grape and the savory of the chicken. Okay, and then we're just gonna mix this with this mayonnaise. Really good. And know that just like most of the other bounce salads, they always taste better once you let them sit for a little bit. Okay? But the goal is that the chicken is well dressed and the herbs are well spread out throughout this salad. Okay, you had a lot of herbs in your bag, and that was part of. I wanted you to see them and try them, and then use some for this. I used about 3 sprigs of oregano and 3 sprigs of tarragon, and so on. And then I used about half of the chervil that I had in there for my salad. So don't try to add all the herbs that you have in there for your salad, because it'll be too much. Okay, and then now just give it a quick taste. To me, it needs a little salt and a little bit of pepper. We'll give it one more toss. That's really good. Flip this over. I have a bowl right here. You can either add some lettuce to the base of this, or you can serve it as is, like I'm doing right now, and I like it this way. You can decorate it with a couple of herbs on the top if you like. I think the salad itself has plenty of herbs, so know if you're putting them in there, number one, they're not too big. Don't leave the stems on them. Okay, and then number two, that there's not too much, right? And then I'm gonna just take a little bit of my pecans that I have left over here, and I'm sprinkling a little bit of that on the top, just like so. And know that one thing that I forgot to talk to you guys about is your chervil is a soft herb, so you can chop the whole thing. You don't have to worry about picking the stems out. But your tarragon, your marjoram, and your oregano, just peel the leaves off the stem and make sure the stems are gone before you're chopping them. Okay. And your chicken salad should look like that: chicken salad with pecans, grapes, and herbs. All right.